Hi, my name is Melanie and today I will be presenting my cultural project of Mongolia. What does the flag mean? The Mongolian flag serves a profound visual narrative of the nation's identity, where the central blue stripe honors the sacred eternal blue sky and the flanking red stripe represents liberty and prosperity, all ensured by the intricate Soyombo emblem, which waves together elements of fire for eternal growth, the sun and the moon for celestial guidance, triangles and rectangles for military strength and civic justice, and the vision and fleece for Amoria's protection, collectively symbolizing the indestructible sovereignty and the ancient heritage of the Mongolian people. Where is located? Mongolia is Turkey Outer Mongolia, long located country located in North Central Asia. It is roughly oval in shape, measuring 1,486 miles from west to east and its maximum 782 miles from north south. Mongolia's land area is roughly equivalent to that in countries of Western and Central Europe, and it lies in a similar latitude range. National capital Ulaanbaatar is in north central of the part of the country. Mongolia is located between Russia to north and China to the south, deep within the interior of Eastern Asia, far from any ocean. The country has marked continental climate with long cold winters and short cool to hot summers. Its remarkable variety of scenery consists largely on upland steppes, semi-deserts, and deserts. Although in the west and north, forested high mountain ranges alternate with Lake Dotry basins. Mongolia is largely a plateau with an average elevation of about 500 and 180 feet above sea level. The highest peaks are in Mongolian Altai Mountains in the southwest branch of the Altai mountain system. What is its society? Its society is Kalkha. The largest group of Mongol peoples constitute more than 80% of the population of Mongolia. The Kalkha dialect is the official language of Mongolia. It is understood by 90% of the country's population as well as many Mongols as were traditional. The Kalkha are nomadic pastoral under Genghis Khan and his successors. They became warlike imperial nation. In later centuries, they were squeezed between the expanding empires of the Russian and the Manchu. The eastern Kalkhala submitted to the Manchu, became part of China, and today inhabit the Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region of China. Beginning in the 1920s, the Western Kalkhala came increasingly under the influence of the Soviet Union. Some mores of Mongolia are social interactions. If you accidentally step on someone's foot, you must immediately shake hands to acknowledge the mistake. When the greeting of a group, you must always prioritize the eldest or the most important person first. Gift and etiquette. When giving a gift, the opening must face upward to symbolize growth and good luck. Downward-facing gifts are associated with loss. Additional to not expect reaction, as it is customary for recipients to open gifts privately later rather than in front of the giver. Dining and hospitality. You should arrive at Mongolia home with a large appetite. Hosts typically ignore requests for small portions, providing overflowing instead of West are culturally expected to ask for seconds. Personal space and humor. Concepts of personal space are very different. It is common for people stand very close or sit laughs in public transport. Furthermore, if a Mongolian friend teases or jokes with you, take it as a compliment. It is a sign of trust and closeness approach to change. While they enjoy humor, Mongolians are generally resistant to sudden change. Any adjustments to plans should be handled slowly and methodically rather than spontaneous. So you can change plans so suddenly if you're in Mongolia. Traditional Mongolia food it is influenced by nomadic lifestyles, animal husbandry, altitude, and weather conditions. Seasonal variations also affect able meals. Summer and autumn are the seasons when dairy products are most commonly consumed. Mongolians prepare meat dishes mostly once a day. In autumn, however, we use more meat in winter to spring to consume the calories and proteins required during the harsher seasons. Some of them are the hushur, suiban, small dumpling soup, and noodle soup. These dishes are primarily traditional to Mongolia with regional similarities to Tibetan, Russian, and Chinese cuisines because they are the neighbors and some dishes can mix up. Representing the pinnacle of Mongolian excellence across diversity global arenas, these figurines encompass ascents of Asahashu Akinori as the first Mongolian to dominate the Asian Japanese sport of sumosu as Yokusu, the monumental achievement of Naidaginin Tushinbayara in securing the nation's first Olympic gold medal in judo, the relentless professional boxing success of Tsukso Kintu Naimbar on the world stage, the revolutionary musical impact of the Who for their globally acclaimed fusion of heavy metal with traditional Hunu rock, and the prestigious operatic miseries of baritone Ariumbatar Ganbatar, collectively illustrating how Mongolians' rich heritage and modern tendency have produced world-class champions who serve as nation icons and international ambassadors of their culture. How are their beliefs? Mongolia is well known for its nomadic traditions. The nomadic way of lifestyles it is still practiced today in the rural areas of the country. Nomads follow seasonal routine, raising and breeding the main types of stock: goat, sheep, cattle, including yaks, camel, and horse, migrating from place to place following the most favorably picturesque campsites. And some of the beliefs are shamanism. The ancient belief system was solidified by Genghis Khan in center of worshipping the blue sky, father and earth, the earth mother. Practitioners seeking blessings, healing, and future guidance from ancestors and nature spirits. Despite communist oppression, it remains a vital part of Mongolian identity. Buddhism, adopted in the 16th century under the Altan Khan, Mongolians followed the Tibetan Buddhism. Lamaism, after a period of suppression, it is continuing thriving. Monasteries are being restored, and Dalai Lama remains highly revered in figure. What are the major cities? Western Mongolia is dominated by Altai, the country's largest mountain stretching over 100 miles from the far west to the Gobi Desert, a place unspoiled wilderness teeming with Wildlife. The land is famed for its snow leopards and antelopes, impressive mountain scenery, and prime landscapes for adventurous climbers and hikers. The mountains are also a place to experience some Mongolians' most fascinating cultures. Over 20 different ethnic minorities live in Western province. The most well known are the Kazakhs, whose ancestors migrated to the area in the 80s. Are the Kazakhs, whose ancestors and whose proud tradition of hunting with trained golden eagle is celebrated annually at the renowned Golden Eagle Festival. As the heart of the country, Central Mongolia is known its current capital Ulaanbaatar and Karakorum, the Asian capital due to its strategic location. Central Mongolia has been the hub of trade, culture, and religion for hundreds of years. Ancient states built their capital cities along the Orkhon River Valley and formed their empires based on their fertile lands in Central Mongolia. Central Mongolia is the land where Buddhism was introduced and flourished. Erden-su, the largest monastery in Mongolia, was built in the 586 by the order of Abai Sein Khan. Descendants of Genghis Khan, ruins of ancient cities, stone figures, and ancient burial sites stand along the Orkhon River Valley, witnessing ancient powerful states that once dominated Central Asian region. And did you know the Persian horse or taki is a prehistoric species, a powerful symbol of Mongolian heritage that was driven to extinction while by 1969 due to hunting and habitat loss, only to be saved through a monumental global conservation effort revive the entire population from just 14 captive animals following the successful reintroduction of the 1990 to the ancestral lands in Mongolia, China, and Kazakhstan. The species remains endangered today, facing modern threats like climate change, habitat degradation, and extremely low genetic diversity that conservationists are now addressing through cutting-edge technologies like genome sequencing and cloning to breed horses to ensure their long-term survival. These horses are the only ancestor of